Well, there is nothing better than getting a puppy for the holidays, but I don't know if people realize a puppy is a lot of work, and you have to be willing to put in the work if you're going to take care of some of these adorable puppies, and that's why we have come to our great friends here at Believe in Dog Training, the puppy experts. Stephanie Bennet, the owner here. It's so great to see you.
Happy New Year. Thank you so much.
I mean, you reached out and I was like, yes, whatever we're talking about, I'm there. Puppies all day. But you have some of the greatest information for some of our viewers, and I know that a lot of them did just get puppies for the holidays, and puppy socialization is really what we want to talk about first off.
Yes.
For people who don't know what it is, explain it.
Yes, I think that a lot of times people think that puppy socialization means puppies playing with other puppies.
Right.
And certainly it does, but that is just a teeny tiny part of it. And so what we want to do is we're trying to prepare the puppies for their adult life, because really what you want is you want a dog that can go with you to all the places that you want to go, be confident in the world, and be able to kind of adjust to your lifestyle.
A lot of people are a little bit skittish to take their dog somewhere because you don't know how they're going to behave, if it's going to be a busy place. You know the dog's not going to feel comfortable there. This is what's going to help them get there.
That's right. And so we have this very small window of critical socialization period. And that critical socialization period ends at about 4 months old. It doesn't mean it's too late, but that is the most important time. And basically what we're trying to do is introduce them to everything we possibly can. One of the most important things about it, though, is that everything has to be positive. It has to be a positive experience, because in that critical socialization time, if it's a negative experience, that can stick with them also.
And they'll take that throughout their years, right?
They can, possible, right? And so what we're trying to do is not only introduce them to other puppies, other animals, but all kinds of textures, all kinds of people, all kinds of things. I mean, sometimes we don't even think about what, like a vacuum cleaner, balloons, masks, boots.
Dropping the remote by accident.
All these kinds of things, you know, sometimes we don't think about it. And so, but it's also about confidence building, right? And so getting on weird surfaces and all of that. So there's so much that you can do even before they get their vaccinations, because sometimes they don't have all their vaccinations before they finish their critical socialization period. And so you can do these things by taking them out in the world, like in your car with the windows rolled down, not setting them on the ground. Right? Don't set them on the ground. You can go within your car and roll down your windows and drive by a construction site. And what we want to do is we want to pair anything that might be scary with something that they find super delicious.
Like a tree.
That's right. So maybe teeny tiny piece of cheese. So every time we hear that noise, little piece of cheese.
I gotcha.
So I like that noise because it means I get a little piece of cheese. The other thing we never do is we never force a puppy. If they're nervous about something, we don't force it. We let them go at their own pace. So that they can slowly figure it out and gain confidence, and that's real learning in action. But all this stuff is so important, because if we miss the critical socialization period, or we don't work on all of these things, then we have a real danger of a behavioral issue. And so sometimes it's a genetic thing, sometimes it's because they didn't get enough socialization, sometimes it's both, sometimes we don't know. However, if we do start early, we have a better chance of either helping them with it, or maybe even preventing it altogether.
First of all, we have to address the little cuties in the room here. Who do we have? I know Derek nailed it. This is a King Charles. This is Cusco. And Nami, who is a Shiba Inu. They are so sweet, and I can't wait. We're going to go inside of their play space today. We're going to take a look at some of these socialization activities, if you will.
Indeed.
And we're going to get a better view on what we should be doing with our puppies in the new year.
Examples of all of it.
All right, Derek and Tessa, lots more furry friends coming straight here from Believe in Dog Training in the Heights, coming up in just a bit.
Bye-bye.
How calm and cute. Derek wants the what is it?
Cusco.
I want the I want the fox looking.
Honestly, I didn't hear a word you just said. No, I'm kidding. I think what Stephanie said is so important. If you miss that socialization period, you could have some serious behavioral issues. So take your dog out and about. Introduce them once they're vaccinated.
Well, there is nothing better than snuggling up with a new puppy that you got over the holidays, but now that you have the puppy, what do you do with it? It's a lot of work, and our puppy experts here at Believe in Dog Training are going to give us some tips as you head into the new year. Stephanie Bennet, you're the owner here, the head trainer. We love having you on because so many of our viewers continuously get new pets, new fur babies, and they kind of just need a little bit of guidance into what they should do first, right?
Indeed. And so our Puppy Day School program is our signature program because because we're doing all this socialization. So we saw before this kind of handling and vet visit kind of practice and stuff like that, which is so important.
Yes.
And then we are now with the puppies doing all kinds of novel stimuli.
Okay, novel stimuli.
Kinds. So whatever we want to help them get used to, and it's just new stuff, but of course it's always associated with something delicious.
Of course.
So it's always fun. If they're nervous about it, we don't force it. We let them go on their own. Yay!
Because at this point, they're focused on something delicious, so they're not really paying attention to anything that could possibly scare them on the other end of it, right?
Right. And then sometimes, though, they may go, oh, whoops, that's moving funny, or that
like
sounds
that,
funny, or whatever. So then we focus on, oh, well, let's try that. Oh, the brave little puppy.
Yes. Oh, my goodness.
Going up, going down, weird noises.
Different surfaces, different things
surfaces,
right here.
things that move funny. Oh, good break. So she's like, I don't know if I'm going to get on that thing.
I don't want to touch that.
So these are just little confidence builders.
Okay.
Confidence builders, because every time they win, so Cusco says, ooh, I don't know, that's kind of strange.
Okay, because this is a little tilty,
that's
a little
right.
shifty.
It moves funny.
Okay.
It feels funny, all the things. And so we are confidence building. We are getting them ready for the world.
Okay.
Going outside and going, sometimes things are a little weird. Sometimes things are a little scary.
And this may sound crazy, but you mentioned even eating food out of a box.
Indeed,
right?
we love that. That is such great enrichment.
Yeah.
This is also enrichment stuff because they're working their brain and their nose.
Yeah.
And so eating out of a box is one of my favorite ways to feed a whole meal out of.
Absolutely.
Yes? And then let them shred the box because, yay, shredding is so fun.
Just the box you can shred away.
That's right. We all have too many Amazon boxes, don't we? Yeah. So, and then, of course, we have Snoop Dogg here to help us.
Ken, have to acknowledge Snoop Dogg in the room.
Because people
just
are
in case he comes over.
Why is Snoop Dogg there? But because he's helping us socialize.
Absolutely.
You know?
And then right behind you, though, you have the different surfaces. So even a shopping cart.
That's right.
Which I've told you, my buddy is very skittish. He does not like anything he doesn't recognize.
That's right. And noises, right? Because that makes a weird noise. Yay, good puppy.
Yes.
So anytime we have something like that, we're like, yay. So you see, he's kind of nervous.
But he's still going in.
That's right.
He likes the treat.
But he's like, and then he's going to go, oh my God, that was great. What happened? Right? This was so fun. I can't wait to do it again.
Okay.
Yeah. And then next, when he sees that in the world, he's going to be just fine.
Oh my goodness.
And that's why this stuff is so important for these little babies. And of course, you should make sure that every place that you're going to go has a cleaning protocol, has a protocol to go, if a dog is sick, what do we do, right? We don't allow any dogs to have any kind of sickness, right? Things like that. We check them before they even get here, right?
Absolutely.
So it's a really big deal, but we also have a very strict cleaning protocol to make sure that everything is very clean and ready for these puppies so that we are not setting them up for any kind of sickness. So because a lot of these puppies have 2 sets of vaccinations, not all of their vaccinations
I gotcha,
yet.
because they're so young still.
That's right, because we got to get them during that early socialization period, but we are doing it safely.
I have to ask you, because you are the expert, I know a lot of people had many questions about the mystery illness. What do you do ahead of this? How do you prepare for something like that?
Well, the thing is that, and so what they're saying to help prepare for it is basically everything that you would want any kind of a daycare or puppy day school to prepare for, which is a very strict cleaning protocol, right? Strict cleaning protocol, keeping ahead of everything, making sure, checking every dog that comes in. Do we see a cough? Do we see any snotty nose? Do we have any diarrhea? Anything like that? And then those dogs don't get to come. What do we do if a dog develops a cough when they get here? Well, we quarantine them. We call the parents right away. So you got to make sure that everything is clean. They have a good cleaning protocol, a good protocol to when the dogs arrive, all of that stuff. The good news is that, I've been following it very closely. There is not one, as of now, there's not one single confirmed case in Texas, much less Houston, right? But now that doesn't mean that dogs aren't getting respiratory illness.
Of course.
Because we get respiratory illness, right? It's a thing. But so it's very confusing, but there's tests to be done, and so it's a confusing thing, but there is not a confirmed case yet.
I gotcha.
And it's kind of lost steam a little bit, which is good.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I'm just watching and seeing how great that she is doing on this wobbly surface, and not a care in the world because she's got those treats.
And there's genetics involved too, right?
Yeah,
because and so some of us have genetics where we're like, woohoo, let's party, and some of us are like, whoa, I'm a little nervous about that.
I'm not there anymore.
And so chocolate labs are notoriously like ready to party, right?
Well,
ready
so where can we get all the info? I know you have such great information. You've done so much research over the years. Where can we go to find it online?
So on our website, we have under resources, we have behavior blueprints, and we have an entire puppy category. It's all free. Tons and tons of resources there. So many ways ideas to socialize your puppy, build confidence, all of that stuff. There's a ton of stuff for free there.
Well, thank you for having us out
pleasure.
today and
Thanks
playing with all these puppies in the new year.
Thank you.
HoustonLife.tv for more information. Houston Life will be right back.
Bye, guys.
But I might not be because I'm going to get a puppy.
Okay, yeah.